Alrighty, this video is going to kind of cover the Chapter 1 test review. It is basically going to look like this. This is where we're going to start. We're going to start up here with simplify the expressions. I'll probably go ahead and start with number 3 and number 5. You need to do it first and then come to here, and then we'll see what you see. So number 3, and we'll start right there. Alright, I got the problem written out first, but I really need to rewrite something of this problem, and this is why it's here for the review. Remember, when you have a minus here, you're going to change it to plus and put that negative right there with the 3. And go ahead and distribute that 3. We're going to get 4k. Just kidding. 4k plus negative 3 times 9 is a negative 27k. And plus negative 3 times 6 is a negative 18. Let's go ahead and combine like terms. Let's see what we got here. We got a 4k, we got a negative 27k, and that 18 is going to be all by its lonesome. So we're going to end up with a negative 23k plus a negative 18, or just minus 18, and we are done. Okay, let's move on to 4. Okay, 4 just has 2 distributive properties. And I don't even want to write it the way it is in the worksheet. I want to go ahead and change that. Well, I'll do it like this first. This minus is pretty tricky. And again, hopefully I don't put both of these on the test, but you never know. This is bad. This is going to be bad. So I'm going to just go ahead and do a plus and a negative 1 right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and distribute here and here. It's going to be 5x minus 20 plus, let's go ahead and distribute. This guy goes here, and this guy goes here. And so we're going to get a positive 5 plus a negative 4x. Okay, let's go find like terms. Looks to me like we got this 5x. It's going to be a lot like this negative 4x. This negative 20 is going to be a lot like this 5. So let's put them together. 5 and negative 4 is just 1x, or x. And negative 20 plus 5 is going to be minus 15. And we are done. Okay, let's move on to some of the solve the equations here. Okay, and so I'm going to move on and do those. So let's go ahead and get that done. We'll go ahead and start on number 5, just to make sure that you know what work to show to get credit on the test. I'm going to have to do that. Write the problem. Take away 10 from both sides, and write the answer. Okay, let's get to something a little bit tougher. Let's go to 12. Well, let's go to 9, just to refresh your memory on 9. Uh-oh, you can't see what I did. Okay, that's 5. Let's go to 9, just so you remember how to do 9. If you get 19 over 24 equals 1914x, remember to get rid of a fraction, and I want to get rid of the fraction by the x. I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, and so that is going to be multiply both sides by 14 over 19. 14 over 19, and you're going to put this in your calculator. And magically, it will get to be 7 over 12. And that was what x equals. Remember to put your answer like this. All right. Make sure you remember to bring your calculator. Let's move on to, oh sure, why don't we do just 13? I'm going to write it like this. This is how I prefer to write it. Because remember, you can always write something as a fraction by just writing it over 1. So then we know that we're supposed to solve the proportion here. So I'm going to just kind of cross multiply here. Okay, 1 times that. Well, 1 times anything is itself, so it's just that. And negative 1 times that is negative 12. Minus 4, minus 4. And we're done at a negative 16. Okay. We're going to move it on down the road here. Let's go to something hard. And let's go ahead and go to probably a 17. Well, I'll do 16 real quick just to show you a little trick on 16. I'm not going to work it out, but I'm going to rewrite it like this. That lets me know that I can do the distribute property, and I'd end up with negative x minus 8. So that's just your little hint on that if you get stuck. So let's go ahead and do 17 here, and we'll see if we can get that done. Negative 22 minus 2n equals negative 3n plus 5. Okay, we're going to need to simplify. This side is pretty good. I have 2 terms. I got negative 22 minus 2n. That's 2 terms. This side, let's go ahead and take this guy and distribute property. Negative 3n minus 15. Negative 3 times n. Negative 3 times 5. All right, let's write this down as well. Of course, I'm showing you how I expect the work to be done on the test. Let's go ahead and let's add 3n to both sides. That gets rid of this n, so we only have n's on one side. So negative 2 plus 3n is going to equal 1n, or just n. Okay. And that's a positive n. Negative 2 plus 3, positive n's. Okay. And we have negative 15 left. So it looks like I just got to add 22. Add 22. And I get the answer of n equals 7. N equals 7. All right, moving on down the road. We're going to move to our proportions. Okay. Let's go ahead and look at 21 to see if we can do 21. 21 looks a little hard, so let's see if we can do it. 21. Of course, this is cross multiplication. That's all it is. All right, cross multiply. I'm going to protect this guy real quick because if I don't, I'll forget to distribute property. All right, 6 times n is 6n. 10 times is 10n. 10 times 2 is going to be 20. Okay. I could have added the intermediate step, this. Just wanted to kind of show you. Well, you're not seeing anything. You're not seeing anything. So I'll just go through what I did. I did 10 times this. I protected this. And n times this. That's basically how you write it. Distributed property, 6n equals 10n plus 20. So let's move on with our lives here. Let's go ahead. I already get 6n over here by itself, so I'm going to take away 10n. Take away 10n. And that's going to equal negative 4n equals, or I guess that cancels, so I got 20. And then I'm going to go ahead and divide this by negative 4, divide this by negative 4. And so n equals 20 over 4. In this case, it actually equals negative 5. Most of the time it's going to be decimal, but this time it actually equals itself. Okay, we're moving on down the road. Okay, here we go. Let's go ahead and do something difficult here. Let's go ahead and do 23. All right, let's straighten this up here. All right, absolute value. We know we're going to have a left answer and a right answer, so I'm going to split this up. I'm going to have -8 b plus 5 equals -27. I'm going to have the right answer, -8 b plus 5 equals 27. Okay, let's just go ahead and solve that all the way out. That would be a -32 divided by -8b. Sorry, not by -8b, -8. And we'll get b equals 4. Okay, b equals 4. And then we'll move on here. -5, -8b equals, that would be 22. And I'm just going to leave it. -22. Now, it does simplify, doesn't it? So -11/4. And that will be our answer. Okay, and the good news is 24 and 25 is not going to quite make it to this test. It might be on the next test. So I'm glad that you watched the video, so you know what's actually going to be on the test. And that's basically it. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. And see ya.